Hey there, Tiffany here with Years of Years, and it's This Day in Disney for June 22nd. And today we're going back just a little ways to 2012 with the release of a film that I truly love, and I think all my family really enjoyed this film. Back in 2012, 3D computer animated fantasy adventure Brave, what is generally released in US theaters. So this is produced by Pixar Animation Studios and is distributed by Walt Disney Pictures, of course. And Brave, if you haven't seen it, tells the tale of a skilled Scottish archer named Merida, voiced by Kelly Macdonald, who defies an age-old custom, causing chaos in her kingdom. That age-old custom is like not marrying who you're told, pretty much. And she's, you know, an awesome girl who, you know, charts her own path, and she's a great Disney princess to look up to, for sure. And it's the first ever movie to use Dolby Atmos sound format. That sounds like it would be really good. But let's get into the film and what's awesome about it. It's a little bit complicated about the production of this because it was announced in April 2008 as The Bear and the Bow. Obviously they changed the name of it. Brave is Pixar's first fairy tale, and writer and director Brenda Chapman is really one who came up with the story for this, and she considers it a fairy tale in the tradition of Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm, and I agree with her. I think it falls under those tales. This story definitely with a more modern feminine twist. Possibly. I mean, there's some strong females from, you know, past fairy tales as well. But she also drew inspiration from her relationship with her daughter, so that makes this very special that she, you know, put her relationship in there that she experienced with her own child. So Chapman conceived the project, and it was announced she was the film's director, making her Pixar's first female director. But in October 2010 she was replaced by Mark Andrews. What? Why? After creative disagreements between her and John Lasseter. So that's basically the story. I mean, who knows? Who knows what the real story? I wasn't at Pixar. I don't know what happened. But she wasn't the director anymore, and they put Mark Andrews in there. It's a great film. I love what's come out of it. I would have really liked to see Chapman's full vision, though. I don't know what the creative disagreements were, if that was the case, but I do know that she had there was more like magical elements in it. So it's just one of those things where when you find out about it, you're like, what was her full story? I mean, the story we got is really good. But Chapman found the news of her replacement, of course, devastating, wouldn't you? But later stated that her vision came through the film, and that she remained very proud of the movie, and that ultimately she stood up for herself. Chapman then stated in 2018 that while she's still bittersweet about being taken off the film, she believed that there was no reason to do so creatively. She felt that it did open more doors for her, that had happened. So, you know, sometimes we look back and realize some bad things end up bringing more good things into your life. So, you know, she's able to see that. As far as Mark Andrews goes, he really, he said that Chapman did the heavy lifting to the story. He gave a more focus on Merida and her troubled relationship with her daughter, so that really wasn't as big of a focus before he came on. He cleared away many of the magical elements, and he felt that affected the environment. However, he wanted to stay truthful to Chapman's story. The bones of the film were totally fine. That was not the issue. There were things that were not working, the focuses and balances that were out of whack. to each their own. Who knows? We didn't get to see her full vision of the film. I kind of like the idea of maybe not having, you know, such focus on the mother-daughter drama thing going on, and maybe more focus on story, you know, just characters and a fairy tale. But there's a lot of relationship stuff in current films. All animated films pretty much these days have deep relationship things that, I don't know, sometimes I get kind of tired of and would like it to be a little bit more lighthearted, but that's okay. Maybe that's what our society and our world really needs right now. So, you know, that's fine. Putting that aside, it's a great film. We loved it. We really enjoyed seeing it. We saw it in the theater with our family, and all of our kids were younger then, so it's just a fantastic memory for me. Of course, my daughters really love this film, and my one older daughter, I think both my daughters could do a good Scottish accent and imitate Merida, and I do it for you guys, but I couldn't do it justice. Like both my daughters acted, and they're so good at that. So anyway, it was a lot of fun to have this film around and watch it as they were growing up. I really liked the female princess character and her strength. What's really cool, you may not know about this, is that Disney actually commissioned a tartan pattern specifically for the film. For the family in the film, and the Walt Disney Company actually registered their clan. It was Clan Dunbrock Tartan with the official Scottish Register of Tartans upon release of the film. The tartan consists of ocean blue for the North Sea, subdued scarlet for the bloodshed during the Clan Wars, and then deep green for the Scottish Highlands, navy blue for the eventual unity of the four clans, and gray for the Scottish people. In selecting the color scheme, Pixar took great effort in historical consideration, stating there was a concerted effort to use hues that were indicative of the less saturated dyeing techniques used during the ancient period in which the fantasy film took place. Really awesome. I love this kind of stuff that Disney takes the effort to do, and it really does make, you know, films, those film franchises have more depth, where, you know, when you think about Frozen, for example, being over in the Netherlands pavilion at Epcot, there's still a lot of effort that was put in to go and to film and to get everything just right and accurate. So, you know, some people can be frustrated with the franchise concept, but Disney, you know, directors and producers go to these countries, try to make it as realistic as possible. So it does fit in with, you know, the different places where they put these you know, franchises. With Frozen, for instance, obviously there's not a Scottish pavilion over. That'd be kind of cool though. I'm all for a Scottish pavilion. That'd be quite nice over there at Epcot. But anyway, it would make sense if they did, and we'd have some cool Brave stuff. Right now, like, there's just the meet and greet over at the Magic Kingdom that I'm aware of. I'm not sure what other things are around the world, but I love seeing Merida at Magic Kingdom when she's on her horse in the parades, and she is just so fun. One of our favorite Disney princesses, and we've had some cool character meet and greets with her. And let's just say, I've told this story before, so I won't go all into it, but she's a true princess. And so you can go back and look for our videos when we talked about Brave and Princess Merida, because I talk about one of our family stories at Disney World. But anyway, this is a great film. Love it. So glad that they made it. And tell me, of course, what you guys think about it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it and then tell me what you think. But that's it for this day in Disney. We'll see you guys next time. Bye!